Well, hello there, and this is going to be a bonus video because I ordered a Jibun Techo and I, wanted to check it out and show you, have you experience it in the way that I'm currently going to experience it. So I ordered the Jibun Techo Light, and I think that's actually the one I wanted. I don't think I wanted the Biz. The Biz was a lot, although it seems really cool. They all kind of seem cool. There's the Biz, and I think there's like the Standard, and then there's the Light, which I think is fairly new to their lineup. And I ordered it from Bomb Kuchin Studio. I'm not sure. It is in California. Basically, it was one of the few places still left with a Jibun Techo still available to purchase at this point, which is what, May something, almost June. And it's kind of cute. They decorated with some washi tape up here and down here. So let's go ahead and get that opened up. They did send this, I don't know if this is blotting paper. It's kind of thick, like very, very thick cardstock. And then this was folded. I started to unfold it and then I was like, I think this might be fun to open and record a video. So it says here, we believe in pouring tender care to your package because these artifacts can be used and loved for a lifetime, and this is the beginning of their journey. That's so cute. Oh, that's so sweet. And I think this is my order. Yeah. So I'm just gonna fold it over here so that my address and information is protected. But it says, thank you, Stephanie. Hope you enjoy your Jibun Techo. And looks like Key or K packed it. That's a really, really cute smiley face. Change is the only constant. And it looks like all of this material is recyclable. If not potentially compostable. So that's really cool that I like that. There's no plastic that I've encountered so far. So let's go ahead and unwrap this. On the quest for a life well lived and loved. Okay. I may mute that because sometimes it can be really loud. So this is the Techo, and this is in the color beige, I think. Here are, I guess, instructions. I'm not entirely sure because I do not know how to read. I don't know if you call this kanji or Japanese, not entirely sure. But if you do know, feel free to let me know how to refer to this. And then let me get you zoomed in. Okay. Oops, and I brought a friend along. All right, so it looks like with this, the light, it's a mini B6. It is dated for 2022 as a yearly, monthly, weekly, my dream free list looking back. So when I was doing my research about this planner, and I had seen it before a lot on Jet Pens, but I was just like so hardcore with Hobonichi that I was basically like, nope, not gonna cheat on the Hobonichi. But at the same time, there are some things that I feel like I wish were all in one. So I wish my weekly and my dailies were together. It looks like the inside is lined with pink cardstock. I love this. I don't know if the pink is coming through as well, just because my background is pink, my nails are pink, the lighting is warm. Wonder if I change the lighting. I don't know if that's a little bit better, but it is a little bit brighter. See if I can bring it down a little bit. All right. And let's go ahead and take a peek inside. Now this is not this is not Tomoe River paper. I believe they call this, is this the Mio paper? I'm actually having trouble remembering what the paper is that they use here, or I think they call it light, something like that. Basically, it's very thin and also equally resistant to bleed through the way the Tomoe River paper is that you find in the Hobonichi books, as well as I think the Wonderland, yeah, the Wonderland 222 also has Tomoe River paper. So this is their own. I think at one point they were using Tomoe River paper, but have for some reason or another switched to their own. So opening up here, the first page, you know, as usual, they're kind of stuck together. And I've got here, so the year and the days. So this would be good for, say, keeping track of anniversaries or birthdays. And we've got current year, next year. And then My Dream, I believe with the My Dream, it's basically like you're setting yourself goals. I should look at, I wonder if I can look at JetPen's right now. Okay, so in looking at JetPen's website, they do have a translation guide, which I can link below if you are interested in this particular planner. And so this My Dream, it says, a dream gives us power. It's hard to write down a dream every month, so why not write a goal for the year? There are multiple categories to keep your goals organized. Write actionable steps so you know exactly what to do in order to make your dream come true. Okay. So I think this first one is career. And it says goals, actions to carry out, but it doesn't say what the rest are over here on the left. Okay, here we go. So it's a little funky looking at this. So yeah, so it says goals and then actions to carry out. So career, academics, qualifications, education. Actually, you know, I'm just gonna write these down. And I'm going to write them down with my friction. So career, and actually I'm going to use my pink one because it even feels like a finer tip. I wasn't sure if it was, but now I'm certain it is. Academic, qualifications, education, finance, saving. I'll get you zoomed in just a little bit more. Next is health and beauty, hobby, entertainment, entertainment. I'm just going to shorten it to that. Travel, vacation, family, love, friends, personal connections. That's a long one. And then down here is other. So that's really cool that they give you a space for other goals if you want to set them. So I suppose you would, you know, pick whatever goal you want to set and then whatever actions you need to carry out to make sure that you accomplish said goal. Okay. Next, we have list of. So this is one of the things that drew me to the light particularly because I believe there are several pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 of these list of. So, I mean, there's kind of cool. Like you can keep a running to-do list. You could keep a list of gifts that you gave and received. You could, you know, keep just so many options. Especially for me, sometimes I like to just have a to-do list, like a giant master to-do list, and just cross things off and not necessarily have it be organized, even though I do like an organized to-do list. So this is one of the things that I really liked about this Techo Light. I don't think the other ones have as many. I could be wrong. And then let's see, we got into the monthly section. This is another thing that I really liked about it, is a little bit of a mood tracker. So I'm going to bring that a little bit closer here. So you could put for that particular day how you were feeling. The other thing that I really liked about this is is this what they call a Gantt chart? I'm not entirely sure. But the way I use it is similar, or I would use it, I suppose, is similar to how I currently use it in my Techo, or in my Hobonichi, where I have things that I need to remember to keep track of when I did them, if I did them at all, and for that particular month. So I would be doing something similar here, where I would be doing, you know, laundry, floors, watering the front plants, back plants, so on and so forth, and then crossing off that I did said things on those particular days. That's how I would be using it. So I really like that this is incorporated into the monthly calendar rather than having them be separate the way it is in the Hobonichi. Although I don't dislike how it is in Hobonichi, I thought this was just kind of a little bit more streamlined. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm convincing myself that I just, might make a transition. So yeah, that's what we have here. And then I don't know about December. Yeah, so December had it, but the rest of the months I'm assuming will too, where they'll have current month, previous, next month next to each other. And it looks like the weekends are, Saturdays are blue, Sundays are red. And they do have a lunar calendar as well, so you can keep track of new moon, full moon, so on. So let's see, we have all of these. It is very nice and thin, like the Hobonichi. Something that I saw, I think on JetPen's website, is that this particular paper stands up really well to the friction pens, and that's something I've noticed with my Hobonichi, is that when I go to erase stuff, it does crinkle a little just from the friction itself. But usually it doesn't matter because I sometimes put a sticker over it. Like, I just don't really care that much, but it does happen. I see here too a couple of days that are in red. I'm wondering if they're holidays. That would be my guess. Well, Christmas is on a Sunday. Let's go back to, well, it's going to be on a Saturday, huh? Okay, so I guess some holidays are in red. I'm assuming these are holidays pertaining to Japan. And let's see, this goes through January, February, March. All right, so what I would do with these pages, because I always like to start a planner on the first month on January, from January to December. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. So I would probably use these pages. I would probably put something else here just to utilize the space better. What that is, I don't exactly know. And then we come to the weekly section. So this is something that I was really, really loving. I do believe that the standard diary, and I think even the biz, there is a difference down here at the bottom, where I think there's also like a sun, a moon, and I don't know what in the middle, but basically I think you can use it for meal planning. So to say, not necessarily meal planning, well, yeah, you could use it for meal planning, I guess, but or also to indicate what you had for breakfast, lunch, dinner. But I also do like that for this particular day, you could mark whether or not you had a good day. So I guess it's a little bit redundant because it's also in the monthly section as well as in the weekly section. So I don't know if it's a bad thing that it's redundant, especially if you use one layout over another. That could be beneficial. The other thing I really liked about it is weather tracking. I do enjoy weather tracking, but sometimes I just forget to do so, especially like now the weather's pretty much going to be the same for a good while until the monsoon comes in, which means it's just going to be hot. Maybe some windy days, but it's just going to be hot and hotter. So nonetheless, I could still, track that it was hot. And it's kind of fun too. At times we get snow. I don't get typhoons. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to indicate. I'm not entirely sure if this is like a rainbow with a cloud or if it's supposed to be like it's windy. So really, I suppose it would be up to your interpretation. So I liked that. I liked this about it. I also like that there is now, I believe in the cousin, you have this little to-do list. And I believe in the non-English, so in the Japanese original Hobonichi, on the daily section, you also have this at the top of each day's page. But anyway, I do like this, and I do have it in my weekly supplemental that is Hobonichi. These are condensed hours, which, yes, I would be asleep during these hours. And then goes basically like your normal time up until 1800. I personally don't mind military time. I prefer it, to be honest. And I also really like that it goes through 11 o'clock. Even though I'm typically asleep by then, there are times where I'm up and, doing things probably. And then I also really like that there's a to-do list and you can go ahead and start marking things. So yeah, that's some of the things that I really liked about this planner. And again, it has the moon phase as it slowly starts to fill in. I don't know how obvious it is, but there it's like half, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And basically we've got our full moon for these 3 days. And just like in the monthly section, there is, the weekends are blue and red for Saturday and Sunday respectively. So I believe that's going to go on for a while. So we'll skip ahead here. These ribbons, ooh, they're very light. Yeah, these are very light. The colors are kind of funny. I don't know that blue and brown would be my first choice, but that's okay. I don't typically use the ribbons anyway. I try and I don't know, don't really use them. It looks like with the planner there's also I don't know how visible it is, but yeah, you have your days, or your month, I'm sorry, the month for which you're planning in. So skipping ahead, and then we've got a bunch of blank pages, I'm assuming. Let's see. So there are 24 blank pages. I do enjoy the Hobonichi Techo for its daily pages. I don't use all of them. As you can see, there's plenty of blank pages. And I also like to use them to do recipes, which I have referred to, especially this one. I have referred to the recipes that I've made when I go to remake them. So that's something I really, really like about this setup, and kind of wish that this particular planner had more blank pages. And even I would be fine with dividing, say, into 3, but even that would be 72 pages if I divided it by 3, something like that. Still wouldn't be enough, I think. So, and I'm pretty sure I've already journaled more than 72 pages, and we're in May. So yeah, that's with the Techo, or with this Kokuyo. I believe they do have refills where it's just basically blank pages for you to write stuff. And then looking back, so these are highlights. So this actually would be interesting, but see, it's just for like, I guess there's 2 sections, or if you wrote really small, it'd be 4 sections. I wonder what Jet Pens has to say. So looking back, looks like there are 2 sections. So one is for personal events, and the other is family, friend, and world events. So I guess that would be 4 or 8, depending on how small you like to write, where you just write a little blurb, little highlight for that particular month. And then that's it. So this is, I think I already mentioned, but it's a B6 mini. And the back is also pink. Sorry, yeah, it's not super visible. But anyway, I'm super excited to actually give this one a try. I did get the Wonderland 222, and I still want to give this a try. I don't know if I went over it in a video, but there were just several things I didn't like about it. For example, the timetable stops at 5, where, I mean, that's fine, and it is a little bit bigger, and I think that's fine as far as probably because American writing tends to have bigger letters, I'm assuming, or people just tend to write in bigger letters. But the other thing I didn't really like about it is the fact that these days are stacked. I wish they would have made the days not stacked. The way I see it is that if Hobonichi can make a smaller version of this, I can make it stretch to 8 o'clock. And not only does it have all the days next to each other, I also have a little section for a to-do list, you know, and a little section, like a pretty sizable section. I'm pretty sure if Hobonichi got rid of this space in particular, that there would be more space for time here, but I digress. So anyway, I just was not a fan of that layout, and I think I also just kind of got overwhelmed. I really like the layout of some of these pages, but I need to do more research if I want to try to use this over any of the other planners I just showed. So I do like this March overview, April overview, and I also liked like the Gantt chart, how we saw in the monthly section of the Kokuyo Jibun Techo, how this particular section is at the bottom of the monthly page. We also had this one. This one was interesting. Now I'm kind of diverging into a different, I did try to kind of practice, but anyway, there were some things. These are also a little bit like, I don't know, I don't like the feel of them. These feel much nicer, but anyway, that is the Kokuyo Jibun Techo. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below, and I'll try to get to that. I will, I think, start trying to plan in this in the near future, just to to give it a go and see if it's something worth using over my Hobonichi A6. And if that's going to be the case, then I may have to get a separate book for annotating or journaling, I suppose, most days. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch more like this, please consider subscribing, and that would help me out a lot. All right, thank you. Bye.